Good afternoon, YouTube. This is man always George Page, aka the Emperor of MMA Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Congratulations, shout out to my girl Danielle Wynn, and she just earned her first WMA fight. Now she's 1-3. Well, technically, I would say she's 2-3. Even though they don't count the fight with Game Bread as an MMA fight, but it is a fight. So she's 2-3 as a fighter. And this was on NLFC 12. It was last night. I watched the pay-per-view, and I supported it. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched. It was kind of cool seeing the little kids getting to wrestle, and then the couple of amateur fights. But I always watched the fight till up to Danielle's. I watched some of it, but pretty much up to Danielle's fight. And Danielle's opponent, Fautini Kendris. She was a game opponent. So much respect to Tiny Kendris. She was a local fighter, and this was her first fight as a pro. But she came a long way. But like I said, both these ladies put on a great fight. Like I said, I'm hoping maybe in the future I could reach out to Miss Kendris and we can talk and conversate, because I like to also, because she fights out of South Carolina. That's in my backyard. And just, get the opportunity to talk to somebody, MMA fighters close to home. It's a great opportunity. But anyway, the fight went like this. It was a pretty good stand-up fight for a good first part of it. Tiny threw some good shots that kind of shook Danielle. And then she had control against the cage for a good bit. But, I think Danielle, being a little bit, I think Danielle's a lot stronger. I know she tells me she works on a lot of weightlifting a lot more. She was able to control the cage. There was a lot of strikes. Some knees here and there. And, like I said, Tiny put up a good fight. Honestly, put up a good fight. And, by the time we got the second round, I think Danielle got a little better. She got a little more control. But, Tiny was still hitting her with some overhand rights, but what? She kept the fight control with the jab. And I think, she did a great job. And by the time the third round, you can already see that Tiny was getting busted up a bit. I think she was bleeding from the nose. But Danielle, she was persistent. I respect her, And then when the fight was over, it was a unanimous decision in favor of Danielle. I like to call it game over win. So congratulations, Danielle, for getting her first MMA win as a pro. And, much respect to her opponent for putting up a good fight. And I'm hoping we get to see more in the future. I hope she gets more opportunities. If somebody is is a organization, maybe not as big as the UFC or Bellator, maybe somebody like Invicta, give her an opportunity to get her feet wet, and she's fighting 135. And 135 is a division that needs to be recognized. Over the UFC doesn't, it's kind of not as strong as it used to be since the Ronda Rousey days, and Bellator don't have a 135. That's why they need a 135 division, because there's a lot of fighters who don't feel comfortable as fighting 145 because that might be too close to their natural weight, or they feel like it's just there's some fighters who are struggling at 145, and 135 would be a great division for Bellator. And I think Danielle, game over or win, would be a good person to help start that division. So Scott Coker, I know you're not as short-minded as a bald-headed whisker biscuit, Lex Luthor looking Dana White. So open the 135 division. Here's a fighter right here who loves the opportunity to fight over at organizations like Invicta. Bellator. Or like I said, Shannon Knabb, you have a great 135 division. Here's a fighter that needs a chance to prove herself on a bigger stage, But like I said, shout out to Danielle. I know I contacted her on social media. She said, she's not too bad messed up. It's going to be a bit sore. You take a lot of hits. I'm gonna give some little advice. When you take a hit like that, try to shake it off. Don't let it jar you too much. Try to shake it off if you can. I know it's hard to do it, but if you show your opponent that you can take it and you have a good strong chin, that kind of shakes their encouragement, their courage a little bit. But like I said, I hope she enjoyed her time in Myrtle Beach. It's been a long time since I've been to Myrtle Beach. I hadn't been there in many years. It's, this time of year, I think it's a lot easier because, it's not too crowded. All the only people up there are retirees and guys who's surfing. But like I said, congratulations to my friend Danielle Wynn, and I wish you all the best. This is me, Ray George Page, aka the Emperor of WWE Talk. Don't like, subscribe, don't subscribe. I'm out. Congratulations, Danielle.